No ass, horrible dental work, just no kind of body at all. Got her a whole doctor, and she is now starring on Married to Medicine, one of the top Bravo shows that there is. Welcome to another episode of the That's Scary with Melanie P podcast. We are here to talk about everything that's been happening. I don't know if it is the end of times. I don't know if it's the end of days, but the way that this year is ending, it is a lot. Okay, so hopefully by now you have listened to our attempt of our top 10 things you need to do before you go into 2024. Okay. That was a pure, but listen, we tried and we really tried our hardest to give you guys, let me tell you something. The devil is so busy. We had so many great things to tell y'all. And I feel like most of those things went through. What didn't go through, just come back to the next episode and we'll try to give it to you. Now, as far as this episode, I'm talking about stuff that's just on my mind. On my mind. On my mind. Real Housewives of Potomac. Married to Medicine. And Meg Thee Stallion and Partisan. Okay. This is no outline. This is no nothing. I am just going with the flow. So, I'm going to start off with Married to Medicine. Lord. Okay. I'm sure you're going to see a bunch of episodes, a bunch of different things talking about Married to Medicine. But here are the highlights, okay? Long story short, Quad and Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea and Quad and Sweet Tea. Now, we saw a bunch of wholesome videos. We saw a bunch of wholesome scenes with, what's her name? The buck teeth lady and her husband who doesn't have a job. We saw wholesome scenes with their kids. We saw wholesome scenes with Dr. Heavenly and her beautiful daughter. I love Dr. Heavenly and her husband's relationship. I don't care what nobody say. I love Dr. Heavenly and her husband's relationship. Okay. Beautiful. Wholesome. We also saw, what's her name? Quad's enemy. What's her? Toya husband and his kids' wholesome scenes. Awesome. Great. We love it. But here's what we came to see. We came to see what's going on with Quad and Sweet Tea. Now, I've talked about it in other episodes. Sweet Tea. Now, Sweet Tea is the poster child for just hopping them DMs. Go into them DMs and shoot your shot because she needs heavy dental work and she done got herself a doctor. She's a daughter who's not only a doctor, he pays her bills. He's married her. He's let her have her dream wedding. And I'm sure it comes at a cost. But she is the poster child for hop into them DMs and shoot your shot. Because let me tell you something. In Atlanta, the home of the BBL, the home of the fake boobs, the home of the twerk, the home of the fat asses, this woman with no ass, horrible dental work, just no kind of body at all, got her a whole doctor, and she is now starring on Married to Medicine, one of the top Bravo shows that there is. She is the poster child for shoot your shot. Okay. So the whole meat of the whole Married to Medicine episode was Quad. Now here's the thing. Quad is gorgeous. Beautiful, chocolate skin, banging body. She was with a man. Here's the thing that people do not tell you. You can be the baddest bitch in the world, but if a man is not mentally all together, it's a wrap. You can be the baddest bitch in the world, but if a man needs a woman who's more submissive or a woman that's more so, I don't got nothing, so I'm gonna just settle for what I can have for you. It won't matter. Sweet Tea. Every episode, I try to look at Sweet Tea and be like, listen, I am not hating on Sweet Tea. She's a young girl. She wants kids. She sees this man who wants kids. If I had to bet, I feel like Dr. G was the kind of dude that was probably like a, loser type dude in high school, but he got good grades. He's a doctor, and he has his options of women that he wants. And I feel like he saw Sweet Tea's big old boobs and, talking about she can give him what she wants. And he was allured by it. Men are very, just basic creatures. Men are so basic. Men are the most basic creatures. Women are very complicated. You have some men who are very, very complicated, but at the most, men are very, very basic creatures. Quad didn't want to have kids. Quad was focused on her career. Quad was focused on her business. And I think that for a man like Dr. G, that was a bit much. So here's the thing. When I first saw Sweet Tea, I'm like, how the hell did he go from Quad, badass, to Sweet Tea? But being of my age, being of my experience, I understand it. Quad on the outside is a beautiful, beautiful brown skin, banging body, level-headed boss bitch. But there's certain type of men who do not want that. It intimidates them. It's certain type of men who don't want you to have a brain of your own. It's a certain type of man who wants you just to be at their beck and call. Let me have your dinner ready. Let me have, you're the doctor. You're the money maker. I don't have any aspirations of my own. You're the head, whatever. And there's certain men who love that type of woman. And there's nothing wrong with that. Go with what you know. Go with what you like. Quad and Dr. G probably was not the best match. Sweet Tea and Dr. G are probably going to be a good temporary match. Let me just keep it a buck. I think that Sweet Tea is a nice young lady. I think that she got to a money grab. I think that she shot her shot. It worked, and now she's in there. She's on a TV show. She's getting some notoriety. She's going to try to have a baby by Dr. G to lock it and load it in. And I do not truly think that there's love there. Listen, I can't quite say that I feel like she's in love with Dr. G. When you're in love with somebody, you're not going to joke around and talk about, oh, I got more access to the money. No, you're not going to do that. When you're in love with somebody, it's giving a different kind of energy. And I just don't feel like Sweet Tea has that energy. I do feel like Sweet Tea is a smart young lady. She's not stupid, no matter how dumb she come across the screen. She's not stupid. She is a smart young lady, and she's acting very strategically. At the end of the day, most women are smarter than men, And I feel like she's just playing her cards. 'Cause at the end of the day, I'm the kind of woman that if I'm in love with a man, ain't no way, I don't care what show I'm on, his ex-wife gonna be coming up in a fitted dress, looking better than me. Okay, there's no way. There's a certain energy that comes with loving someone versus just getting the package deal. And I can never just unhear what Sweet Tea said about having access to the money. I don't like that. I just don't like that. Anyway, did anybody catch the infamil in Dr. Heavenly's cabinets? That was strange. Long story short, I feel like Married to Medicine this season is giving Sweet Tea and Dr. G. I here's the thing too. I love Dr. Heavenly and her husband, and I love all the marriages. One thing that Married to Medicine has that the Real Housewives episodes and shows do not have is that they have authenticity. They have marriages. They have like Dr. What's the lady who can't have kids? What's the lady that can't have kids? Ugh. Jackie and her husband have gone through infidelity. She's the breadwinner. They have fought to make their marriage work. Real life shit. This is not no fake shit. She stood by her husband. Her husband has apologized. They've come out together. Dr. Heavenly and her husband. I love their marriage. Honestly, I do. One thing about Dr. Heavenly and her husband that I love is that, Dr. Heavenly husband is he's one of them dudes that I feel like most women want. He doesn't never look like the kind of dude that would get angry. He's a gentle giant. He has a lot of assertiveness, but you would never see it or never assume it based off what he shows. And that comes with a level of maturity that a lot of men do not have. I used to cringe at the thought of a woman calling a man daddy. Do not like it, never have liked it. The more that I listen to Dr. Heavenly and her marriage, and listen, I'm only on the outside looking in. What do I know? But I feel like the only man that I know that has the okay to call daddy is Dr. Heavenly's husband. He is daddy. Like, I would call him daddy too, because I feel like he leads his family in a calm, consistent nature. Even when he was on, there's an episode that I'll never forget. Dr. Heavenly added a whole drunk ass fool. Her husband, even though she was a drunken fool embarrassing him, he kept his composure. He was angry with her, mad at her, but he was still level. His anger never was, she respected him enough to know that she had crossed a line. And when he said, let's go, she knew, let's go. He was so mad at her and embarrassed by her, but he still opened the door for her, kept his cool, kept his maturity, and I respect the fuck out of that. And I feel like women should really look for the Dr. Damians of the world. He's not super tall. He's not super muscular. But his demeanor, his maturity, his protection of his family, his leadership, his ability to remain calm even in the most hostile situations, that is what women just bypass. A lot of times, women look for the loudest dude in the room. And that would never be Heavenly's husband, Dr. Heavenly's husband. And that's the kind of men that you need to go for. At the end of the day, Married to Medicine is just really given so far. Now, here's the thing. People were talking about Quad coming to Sweet Tea's bachelorette party. Here's what y'all don't know. You are paid by episode. You are paid by scene. So at the end of the day, if my leftovers wants to come and be on the show that I'm already on, boo-boo, you're on my territory, okay? And if you're on my territory, I'm going to come in every scene that I want to be in because I'm very confident in myself. I know I look good. I know I smell good. I know I'm good. I'm very confident. And listen, here's no shade. I love everybody. But if I put Quad next to Sweet Tea, boo-boo, listen. Not only how she carries herself, but what she said. She almost damn near admitted to being with Dr. G for money. So you know what? If you think you got better with this woman who has no butt and has no etiquette and has no whatever, come on, sweetheart. Come on. Like, I'm living for Quad this season. Quad is me. I'd be like, oh my God. Like, girl, I'm so happy for you. I'm just so happy that you found love and you found everything that you needed. Girl, you are no competition for me. I'm super happy for you. Like, I get Quad. I get why she's so just classy and just so unbothered, because Sweet Tea is not a threat. She's not a threat. She knows what Dr. G comes with. And she knows that, you know, he comes with certain things. Have at it. Have at it. Have at it. I'm happy for you. If you can make him happy and give him the kids that he wants and give him the life that he wants, have at it. I'm Team Quad. I am Team Quad, Team Quad, Team Quad all the way. It is what it is. All right. So Real Housewives of Potomac. The main thing about that episode this week was Ashley. Now, Ashley, I have a love-hate relationship with Ashley. I ain't never had no good experiences with anybody named Ashley. Let's be clear about that. But with Ashley, she's matching her name. I feel like she's really messy. Like most Ashleys that I know, they come off very, oh my God, whatever. Like, I'm just so innocent. I'm so like just trying to help. And like Ashley on this show, she's giving very much sneaky, snake, underhanded. I come off to your face like I'm just so innocent and just trying to help, but she's really messy. And she's even admitted to the fact that she's messy. I don't like that. But at the end of the day, I stand with Queen Wendy. I don't like how Ashley tried to make a divide between those two Nigerian women. Nothing much from this episode other than the fact that Ashley was a liar. What else happened? Nothing else really happened with that episode. Ashley lied. I'm curious about Robin and Giselle's friendship and the longevity of their friendship. That's about it. But I'm enjoying it. Married to Medicine is probably my favorite, honestly. It's so funny how Married to Medicine is on like season 1,000, and their episodes do not bore me. I feel like they, out of all of the franchises, give the most authenticity, because I feel like they are living regular lives, working jobs, married to these men these are not new men. These are men who've been in the marriages for years. And they're going through it. And I love that. And I think it's a very good representation of marriage and relationship and going through the ups and downs, highs and lows. At the end of the day, guys, I am grateful for you guys. I cannot wait for you to come to the next episode. I've had an amazing time tonight. It's Monday and I'm loving it. Make sure you listen to our top 10. Listen, we tried. Don't judge us, but we truly tried to give you guys the top 10 back up. So here's one thing I didn't talk about as well. Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea is just... When Sweet Tea and her sister got into it, it was just very much cringe for me. Sweet Tea is very much cringe for me. Sweet Tea gives me cringe. How old is Sweet Tea? Because she gotta be like 12 or 21, because she's not giving grown woman. And I know Dr. G is a grown man. Let me see something. How old is Sweet Tea? 1879. So we know that's not true. How old is Sweet Tea from Married to Medicine? 32. At 32, I was divorced with a child and going on to my second marriage. So at 32, I would want more for Sweet Tea, but Sweet Tea gives me cringe. I think she gives me cringe. I don't know if it's just the editing of the show, because I know that's a thing. It could be the editing of the show. But Sweet Tea is just... oof. And I feel like when Quad walked in that room, Sweet Tea got a little bit smaller, because here come Quad, beautiful, fitted dress, looking good. And when she said sit next to me, small. There's no way that I would be like, well, I mean, I might do that, but I'm gonna do it from a different energy. I feel like Sweet Tea told Quad to sit next to her from a submissive energy. If I told my current partner's ex to sit next to me, it would be from a domineering energy. Like, sit next to me because you're just, sit next to me because you'll never compare. Anyway, listen, it's been a long night, y'all. We have shot 4 of the same episodes. 4 takes of the same episode, and the audio has been messed up. So listen, I love you guys. Make sure that you subscribe. I'm coming to you every week with the hot shit, with the fun. Listen, life can be confusing. Life can be stressful. It is what it is. Life can be stressful. But at the end of the day, when you come here, you come to my episodes, you know that I'm here to be a friend to you. You have my email. I'm here to be your friend. I am here to give you a lightened load of your week. Fun, learn something, joke. We love you. Listen, I am so happy you came to see me this week. Make sure that you come to next week's episode of the That's Scary with Melanie P podcast. Link in the bio. Make sure that you subscribe. And I love you.